Hello and welcome to another Nikomedias tutorial. So, I planned this tutorial and another tutorial for weekend, but I was too busy, so sorry for this. But now a patron posted me this picture, and thank you. I name him Georg because it's his name, so thank you, Georg, for being a patron on my Patreon page. So and he sent me this picture and asked me how we could do something like this. The shape is very interesting because it's not just extruded. It is extruded here. It goes out here. It's not, so it goes through, and yeah, and we triangle this, of course, but I do it just with all the polygons with the triangulation. If you wanted to, like here, this one is not triangulated, one is triangulated, one not, one yes. So you have to select the polygons you want to have triangulated. You have to select it manually. So I came out with this here. And yeah, this is rendered in Octane, but we will do this in Physic Render because yeah, Georg has no Octane, so let's make it in Physic Render, and I'm sure we can get almost the same. Yeah, let's start with this here. Whoops, I start with a cylinder. Here we have a cylinder, and I make it height 150. 36 is okay for the rotation segments. And let's make some height segments. 8 is good. So. And I don't need caps. You can do it with caps too, but I don't want the caps here. So if I want to close it in my original file, I did not close it on the top and on the bottom, but we can do this. I will show you later how to do this. And so for the moment, no caps. Okay, so we have this. And now you could say, okay, just put it in a taper and that's it. In a taper, in a twist deformer. It's not really true, so because I give this in a twist deformer. So I select my cylinder, shift on the keyboard and twist. So it fits to parent and everything is okay. And if we do this, okay, it makes this nice diagonal thing here, but we have no diagonal up to here. You know what I mean? Oops, this is the wrong one. F6. So I don't. We have this, but we need to come down here like an helix, and this is not possible with this. Just to rotate it. So what we have to do? We simply have to make diamonds out of these rectangles here. So I take this cylinder and put it in a backup folder. You never know for what. So, okay. And I take my cylinder and just hit C on the keyboard to convert it. We don't need to optimize it because we don't have any caps or something else. And now what we do is we go to the point mode, Control A, select all points, then MS for bevel, and be sure here that the limit is on. So I go here to null and limit on, so nothing happens. And when I now go up, you see we can bevel it, and because of the limit, you will see the points are melting. You see, they melt together, and we go up until everything melts together. And see, we have diamonds instead of rectangles. Now just hit optimize, or so I have my optimize here, or right click and optimize somewhere here, and we have this one. And now if we rotate this guy, see how it is. So now we have this diagonal thing, exactly what I need. So let's say go to 70 and it's no, it's not too much, it's okay. Or is it too much? Okay, 60, better, I think. Now, what I want to dissolve every second edge here. And this is too much work for me, so for the moment, what I do is I select first, whoopsie. First I can make a current state to object, so I have it here in my toolbar, or right click on it and current state to object somewhere here, and I put this again in my backup folder. So now I have the cylinder only. Go to the polygon mode and I select, just let to make it in an edge mode. Every time when I do a tutorial, I do it other like in my original file. Let's try a UL here. This is no, so we can't take just one edge. Oopsie. So we can take just one edge. Okay. Stop the boundary edges on just one edge. Oh no, that's not possible too. So we do it different. I go in the move modes here in the move tool and select the first edge here. Then I go down, so be sure you have the right one, and I select with shift double click. Now we have selected the whole thing here. And now I just hit MN for dissolve, or dissolve is here, right click and dissolve is the same. Okay, and this I should do for every second thing, but I am lazy, as you all know. Let's select this. So then UI for invert the selection and delete it. Bug. Don't forget to optimize, because you see we have a lot of unused points here. So hit optimize, and now I simply drag this one in a cloner. No graph cloner. Go to radial with no radius. This looks nice too, but and accept. And we had 36 edges, so we need 18 clones, and we have our tube, but we don't have to do every second edge dissolve. Not we. So cloner, I select the cloner and put the cloner in a connect object. Everything is connected and nice. Go to the connect object and hit just C on the keyboard. And we have it. We have one object with exactly what we need. Next step is, let's make this a little thicker. So I select everything. And D for extrude. Create caps, yes, we want caps. And extrude it out a little bit, let's say 5 centimeters, something like this, totally on you. Let's see, 5 centimeters, okay. Next thing what I want to do is, I want to extrude every second, oopsie. Ah, come on. I want to extrude every second loop here, so every second thing. But here I do the same. I do it just on one thing and then I clone it again. So I select just this one here. Okay, and I extrude it. D for extrusion, but now be careful, create caps, no, not now. And again we go extrude this out. Something like that, okay. Good. The next thing I want to do, we have seen in the original file, this is not extruded on both sides. It's here extruded, but not here, you see it? It's just extruded here. So what we do is, we go to the edge mode, E for the move tool, select this guy, and the last one, shift double click, now we have here, so the same I do here, hold shift to add the selection, and here shift double click. So, and what I do now is MP for stitch and sew, and drag from this point to this point. Whoops. You see, now it's here, it's extruded, here not. Here we have to do something a little with manually, but this is no problem. This is, if you wanted to move something just in two directions, so in this case XZ, you can search for this guy here. Now you see the white ones, but if you don't see it or don't reach it or something else, you go just to this axis you don't want to move. This is this one, and hold the shift key. Now you see, now you can move it just like this on one layer. So this is okay, something like that, so that we get a nearly straight edge here. And then the same we do on the bottom here. Something like this. Should be fine, okay. We don't need for this model, we don't need subdivision surface or something else, so it doesn't matter when we have some triangles. This is okay. This is this. Now we need it everywhere, and I don't want to make it everywhere, this every second. The next, again, we select this one, we select this guy here. Don't forget to select now the inner parts too. So now you could be that you feel a little dizzy because this is the 3D. Woo. Okay, we have everything. No, we don't have everything. We need this here too. Oops. Okay, now we have everything. Again, UI for inverted selection, UI, and delete. Then don't forget to optimize. You can optimize in the polygon mode too, this is no problem. You just have to be sure select nothing, so no point, so nothing is selected. And for control we can see now, okay, we don't have any unused points. It's to optimize, you be sure you have selected every point or no point. So okay, we have this now, and again we do the cloner trick. Where is the cloner? Okay, Alt click on the cloner, rotate radial, nope. Now we have the double, so we need just 9, and we have one object. Okay, select the cloner and put it again in a connect object, and select the connect object and hit C on the keyboard, and everything is fine. Now we have to bring this in shape. So let's see how we can do this. It's quite simple. So select the connect object, go to the deformers, hold the shift key and click on the taper. Now the strength to go down here, whoops, something like this, and curvature, and we get this shape. Could be an ice cream too, huh? So, okay, I'm happy with this. So I make current state to object and hit the copy this original one in the backup folder. So in my original one I didn't close here the top. If you want to close, yeah, I show you how to close it, but you can't do just let's see, yeah, here you would have no problem because we don't use any subdivision. So you could hit MD for close polygon hole. This is not so easy. Okay, it does not work. That's good that it don't work. So I show you how it is made correctly. So UL, let's close it. Why not? Don't be too lazy. UL here. And I want to drag this a little down, so MO for the slide tool. You find the slide tool here, I have it here, or right click and slide, I think. Is it the right click here somewhere? Yeah, here, slide, MO, it's blue, okay. And just drag this a little down here. Not too much. This is okay. So something like that should work. Okay, and now go on polygon mode, UL, and select these polygons and delete them. So, and now we have just to close the polygon hole here, and here now it works with MD. Close polygon hole. We can now close the polygon hole. And if we close both, first the inside and the outside, then we have again thickness on the whole object. This is what we want. So if you would like to work with subsurface scattering or something else, you need a closed object. But we don't need subsurface scattering for this, nothing. But here this looks, it would work, just close this and this, it would work because as I said, we have no subdivision surface and nothing else. What I don't like here is that I see we have these weird edges. I don't want to work with Fong here. This is the first because I want to see the edges laid down. And yeah, this is easy to do. As you see, they are not on the same level here. So I go into point mode. Null for the rectangle selection, and be sure only visible is off. Now I select the top ones here, and the y-axis to null, and the same I do with these ones here, y-axis to null, and we can see if the I think here it's a, no, not really, but almost null. So everything is nice. You see now these ugly edges are gone. But I don't want just this one polygon here, because I want to use for these stripes here, for this thing. I want to use the atom array, and it would look boring if you don't have anything here. So let's put in here real no, how it real disks. So I delete the live selection or 9 or your num key. So what I want is, you see now the nice edges everywhere. This is because we deleted the phone tag. I show it again with the phone tag. It would look everything smooth, and I don't like it smooth because I want to see, like in the original, here we see every edge here, so we see that they are different segments. Don't want it to have this smooth. So this is what I want. Okay, now UL. Okay, this is selected. Let's see how big we are here. It's not exactly round, how you can see. Here is 26. Yeah, it is almost the same, but let's make 27 out of this and 27 here. So now we have 27 everywhere. Now let's make a disk with a outer radius of 27 divided by 2. So, okay, it's very lazy when I don't do this in my brain. So, and now I want to set this disk exactly on this edge here. What I do, I activated the snapping. So with Shift S you can activate the snapping, and I want vertex snap and edge snap. And now I just drag this guy up here until it snaps. You see, snap, snap. Okay, now I know we are on the correct level. Only thing what I see here is we are not point on point here. So this is no problem. Just rotate the disk. I think this is 5 degrees or something else. Let's see. 5 degrees. Set. Okay. Now we are almost done, but we see they are not connected. What we do now is I take this disk and select the disk and the connect and make one object out of them. So I have here my connect objects and delete, or with right click connect object and delete. Okay. Now we have one object. I go in point mode. UL. Okay, we need here this guy, and here the same with shift click. And now when we hit optimize, the optimize works just for the selected point, so we don't have to take care about the other points or something else. We just it works just with the selected points. This is exactly what we want. But when I hit now on my optimize, you will see nothing happens because the space in between is too big. So I go to the optimize, and here next to the optimize you see this cogwheel here, and you see this is a very small amount here. Let's take this to 1 and set OK, and you see we are connected. So now we have just one object here. The same we do with this guy here. UL, let's see first if it's round. It's almost round. Make 27 out of this, or I copy the smaller one, copy and paste it here. So now they are this is exactly round, and now okay, it's almost copied the amount here. This number. Make a new disk, and here outer radius, Control V for pasting, and divide it by 2. Now I know it's exactly the correct size for this. Again, we have still our snapping on, so let's go up here, wing, and snap this whoops, again to here. Okay, nice. Then we rotate it again at 5 degrees, should be okay. Maybe it was in, oh no, so here 5 degrees, and again, whoop, connect both, connect objects and delete, point mode, UL for loop selection, here and here, and now the optimize is still on 1, so it should work now when I hit just optimize. Okay, everything is connected, but it looks we are not, again, not similar, so no problem again. That's point mode, null for the rectangle selection. We are on null, but it's okay. Everyone see this, but it's a little weird. Because this shouldn't happen. It doesn't matter because we don't see this, but I wonder why it is. Oh, haha, bye bye. I just deleted the phone tag again because with the connect and delete we got a new phone tag. Okay, that's it now. We have this nice guy, and now I copy this. This will be the atom array. At the atom array, here I want this triangulation. So I hide this for the moment. What I do is, as I said, if you want one triangulated, the other not, the other again, so you have to select everything manually. I do it for the tutorial, just select all and right click, triangulate. Boing. And that's it for me. The next thing what I do is go to my atom here and put it in an atom array. Select the atom, alt click on atom array, and let's see, 0.2, 0.2 to get this, so we can bring back this one, and we have this nice shape here. Let's see, low, okay, it's okay for the moment. And that's it, we have our shape. There is nothing more to do but now to render. Nice. You see here everything works. We have our triangulations here everywhere. We have here this nice triangulation. This is exactly what we have here. The triangulations. And it looks exactly here on the top. It looks exactly how it looks in our. I mean, if we find the right position. It's totally the same here. Okay, let's make a render out of this nice one. Maybe we should save this. Save this under. I think I saved it already. Don't overwrite it. This was the Octane version. Okay. So what I want is I want an 720. Yeah. Well, let's go to 1000. It will render a little longer this thing because we make some nice things here. So nice things with the transparency and the little blur and so. And this renders longer. We know this. Let's make this 1000 by 1000 here too. And middle GI if we want to try this middle GI. Thousand by 1000. And last but not least, high GI. I will render a high version later for Photoshop, so we can go to Photoshop and do there a little bit. So save it, good. Of course, if we need now class material, so double click in the material manager, double click on material. In my default everything is disabled here, so, and yeah, we need transparency and reflection. Transparency glass is 1.517. I don't need exit reflection. You can try it if you like it, but you see then we have a little more reflection. But this is a fake reflection, but you can try it if you like it, do it. And I want here the absorption, I want some green with, let's see, 5 centimeter. Does not look green at the moment, but chills. We will later see how it looks. I want blurriness 5%. Reflectance channels should everything be set, so final known at the moment. This is okay for me. Let's see how it looks later. And we need a material, so this is the glass. Even if it don't look like glass. And we need something for the atom. Here let's make a dark metal conductor, something like composite, yeah, maybe a little darker, so a little blurry, good, atom. Atom on the atom array. What a surprise. Oops, 1 second. So I'm back here, and now let's see what we get. We get nothing for sure. Yeah, this not what we want. And if we want to switch GI, we get even less good. Yeah, maybe it's because we have nothing on the glass or the connect object here. Is the body, and we get this. What we done? Are we in GI? No, no one. Yeah, what we need of course is we need something to light and something to reflect the scene, and we do this with the Nikomedias Scene Rig Pro. Yay! What a surprise! Let's bring in the scene rig. Hello, and we will see this. Okay, we have something to do. First thing what we have to do is bring this thing here on the bottom. So I take both here, Alt G to bring it in one null, dome, and just with this nice drop to floor plugin, bring it on the floor. Okay, you will find every link to the plugins I use here. They most of them they are free, so these are all free, except of course except of Octane and the Nikomedias Scene Rig and something. These are not free, but the most of them are all free. You will find every link you need in the description of the video, so please read the description. So, and now let's see what we get. Wump. Okay, we have something. We have to play with the glass material. So first I don't want it like this. And let's bring a little green in. Just a little green. And yay! We have green because we have here the absorption color. We don't need here much. We need just light green. This looks nice. This looks really nice. Nicer than the Octane one almost. And if you want it darker, just go up a little bit. But I think this is a nice green. Okay. The blurriness is okay too for me. Here that looks, everything looks good. Maybe we could have extruded a little less or something. We have extruded 8 centimeters, or maybe 5 would be enough, but this doesn't matter. You know how it works now, so okay. Look, it looks really nice. Let's see if we go here down to 2. And this is too dark. Maybe we go up to 15. We get a nice green here. But this is definitely not the last shot I want. So normally I try always to bring my scene in that the set is behind, so that the set is here to the back side. Come on, so now I'm here where I want to be. So okay, yes, I like very nice reflections here. But we take another picture, of course. We made with Octane, we made an compositing, and we will make compositing here too. So let's see what we can do here. First, it looks a little boring because we don't see really here on the floor the contact shadows, so the AO and the ambient occlusion. This is because we render now at the moment without GI. So if we go to GI, this looks way different. And we render the result, the final I render with GI. If I don't want to render with GI, no problem, but I will do it with GI. Okay, nice so far, and now let's try to make this compositing. Let's see, what did I use for the compositing? Oh, come on, whoop. So I used this Brooklyn Bridge HDRI. So oops, bring this Brooklyn Bridge in here. Yay, look at this. That's nice. And now we need a background. So I want to use a background picture. And if I use a background picture, I don't need anything of this. So but it's a problem with the background picture. If we want to make a compositing with a compositing floor, we have a spherical picture won't work because of the front mapping of the floor. So I will show you what I mean. If I put this now in the background picture here, and I say I want to use a spherical because this is a spherical JPEG. Here this works, of course, but as soon as I put in a compositing floor for the shadows and everything, you will see we get a problem. I have here the wrong mapping. Then this I can't use. So of course. So what I need is I need a flat picture of this shot here. Come on here. So now I hope it's enough with the phone calls and everything. Okay. So let's make a picture for this background here. With the Nikomedias Scene Rig Pro we have a very nice thing. And this is, we have our shot here. Okay, this is exactly the shot I want. Let's say, okay. And now what I do is I copy the background here. We have here a script, copy background. And this is now only the background. And now I go to my render settings. And here I don't have it in here, but I just bring in my render settings from the rig. And I go here to just background. Let's say I want here a picture, let's say 1500 to 1500. This renders very, very fast, so this is no problem. And now I just, when I here on just background, I hit now render, nothing else, and you will see now I have just rendered a flat version of the spherical background, and exactly in this area I need it. So let's save this. As a JPEG is enough here for the background. Okay, let's see, background BG. Okay, and now we can play. I go to my rig, so I can delete this. I must go back to my delete the Nikomedias Scene Rig here. I have my own settings here. They are the same settings. I just forgot to change this. So this is this, and now you see we have still this wrong mapping on the floor. And now I take, instead of this use spherical, I use a flat picture and take the new one. So I go to my desktop, BG, JPEG, and now you see we have a perfect, really perfect compositing. And that's it. So easy it is with the scene rig. Just make a flat picture out of a spherical picture from the spot you want it, from the area you want it, and that's it. So it looks great. We don't have to do anything with this. Just render it out with a better resolution. Okay, I will do this. I make a good render out of this, and then we go to Photoshop and see what we can do more. So let's break it. So you see we need 22 minutes. That's long. Okay, this is done in 1000 by 1000 in quite high resolution, but I think it's worth the waiting. Huh? It's great render if you ask me. So this is the, where is the this is the Octane render. And this is the, no, we are not ready, so we go. This artifact that you see here, this is just because I'm on 90%, so if we go to the 100%, we don't have this. And I think we have a really nice render here, so great reflections everywhere, and it's exactly what I want. Okay, so let's copy this guy. With them, copy. Go to Photoshop and new from clipboard in 16-bit. Control V, paste it in. So I want here 100%, and make a smart object out of it. So meanwhile you know it, how it works, I think. If not, right click on this, convert to smart object, and Ctrl Shift A to go in the camera raw filter. So I don't know why this doesn't open in 100%. This is every time the same. So clarity, of course, and we get, whoa, what a nice thing. This is all I need here, I think. I try to go now to the, I make another smart object out of this smart object. So Control Shift, I have an shortcut for this, otherwise go right click, convert to smart object, and filter, Nig collection, color effects. This is a free filter meanwhile too, so look in the description, everything is there. Let's see what we get here. Contrast only or contrast color range? Oh, contrast color range, of course. That's nice. Maybe almost too much. Okay. And add another filter. Let's see, maybe the detail enhancer. It is nice, but too much. 25 is too much. Let's see, 10 should be enough here. Okay. We have here some artifacts in the background because this is a bad JPEG. So if you have a JPEG with a better resolution, of course it would work much better. So maybe let's see the gradient. Makes it from above a little darker, and I like it. Do I? Yes, I do. And now let's play with the Pro contrast a little bit. Does nothing, is okay for me. Yeah, the dynamic contrast. Wow, shrug. And that looks great. Okay. And we get something like this. And I think we can be very satisfied with this. It looks great for me. Yeah. So as I said, we have here a blurry picture, but this is because this background picture is from the beginning. It is a very bad resolution. So that's the reason, because it's like this. If you have a nice background picture, you will have no problems with this. Okay, so let's be happy with this, I think. Maybe more contrast. No, don't make too much. So this is our result, and I really like it. We have here a nice thing going on. So I don't want to change the camera here. Camera protection deck. So, and oops. Here you see with the floor, you see exactly how you can tackle this. But we were totally correct. So this was perfect. Yeah, this is not totally perfect, to be honest. Maybe a little something like that would be correct now. Okay, this is it for today. I hope you liked it. And yeah, the next tutorial, I can't promise when. I hope I can do it on the weekend, because now I am, as I said, I am busy, and on Wednesday I go on holiday for some days. So I am back on Monday. So we will see. Maybe I have an idea for a tutorial what I can do on my laptop or something else. We will see. But I think I will swim in the sea instead of doing something. Just a few days. I can't remember when I made the last really holiday. So, okay. As I said, you will find every link in the description. Please read the description if you have questions, or suggestions, or wishes. Write me on Facebook, here in the comments, or on my website, or somewhere. And yeah, and if you want to donate or support me on the Patreon side, please read the description. There is every link you need. And thanks again to all my patrons. I know I mentioned just this, was it Gregor? Georg? Sorry. And just him, because he sent me this picture. But of course, I mean, thank you to really every Patreon, and thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And thanks for everyone who donates. And yeah, yes, so hopefully you are with me in the next tutorial, and yeah, maybe we do something when I'm back on holiday. Maybe we do something live. So a little questions answer thing, but I'm a little afraid because with questions answers, you know, my English isn't the best one, so I think I understand 10% from the question. So because when you write me an email or something else, okay, I can translate it with Google. Google is, but you know it, but it helps some kind of. And but a live thing would be, let's see, maybe we do it, maybe with beer or a bottle of wine to be cool. Okay, so I wish you a nice evening. It's at least here in Vienna it's evening, and otherwise I wish you a nice day and hopefully see you in the next tutorial. So yeah, stay tuned, and all I can say is have a nice day, and yeah, I write on my Facebook site, I will write, of course, some holiday greetings or something else if you like this. And I'm sure I do something small with my laptop, what my laptop can do. And yeah, okay, so here is the end, my friend. The end. Okay, dann tschüss und baba.